hear me alright? Passing through Arafin and Catholic, Lyn and her friends arrive in Ceylin. However, Ceylin is now under the rule of Lord Lundrin. Lundrin's henchmen lay in wait to assassinate Lyn. Wait for her approach and ready a special weapon. Look, the mountain seems so far away now. Come such a long way. Lady Lindis! Can't be very far from the castle now. By my reckoning, we can reach Castle Ceylin in 2 days, if we hurry. 2 more days. Hold on, grandfather, please. Cheer up, Lyn. They see you looking so sad, the entire company will lose heart. Florin, you're right, there's nothing to be gained by worrying. We just have to press onward. That's the spirit. Oh yeah, that's right, they're pretending they're mercenaries. How are they paying people? Is anybody even asking? Then danger approaches. What did you say? I don't see anything, are you sure? I feel it too, I'm sure of it. Ah, lady, don't move. Where did this bolt come from? They have a ballista. Lord Lundrin's getting serious. Deploying siege engines is no mean feat. What is a ballista? It's a weapon designed for long-distance attacks. Only archers can use them, and they can be devastating. Lorna, you must stay aground. Do not take to the air. The ballista would target you in an instant. Is there a way to combat it? The safest course is to use someone with good defense as baits for the enemy waste arrows. Then you can walk up and knock the fool on the head. Can you use the ballista? Never tried, but it's just a really big bow, right? I should be able to figure it out. Oh, we can ask the lady. Let's see what we can do. Lady Lindis, I have some minor business to attend to. I'm unable to join you. Need any of my possessions? Please take them now. Motherfucker, Matthew! Matthew, I thought we were friends. So, yes. This is where our objective is, and something that the tutorial box is going to warn us about is, of course, the ballista. Very large range. And also, the enemies down here are kind of special. This one has an axe weaver, so it is a lance that does more damage and has a higher chance of hitting axe users. The lance reaver, which is the same basic idea, except swords to lances. They have a sword reaver as well, which is axes to swords. These are weapons that reverse the weapon triangle, so you want to watch out for enemies that have these. We're not going to encounter too many of them in the earlier chapters, but towards the end they start to become a little bit more common and they can sneak up on you, especially on the harder difficulties. I apologize for my noises. Thank you, Ellie. you definitely need something. Everyone else seems to be fine. So. I'm actually gonna use the rescue feature, guys. Here should be safe. Oh yeah, it's safe. If you have the option and you see an enemy has cavaliers, generally speaking, equipping a lance is pretty much your best option. They can only use swords or lances, so lances are guaranteed you to do at the very lowest neutral damage and neutral stats. Looks like I gotta use the Manikati for once. But it's pretty okay though. I believe the Manikati does about as much damage as a steel sword. If it's not a steel sword, I think it's like just under. But it comes with fewer drawbacks. Please call up for reinforcements in Russian. That's right, this is the chapter that has reinforcements, and what that means is that those forts are going to continue spawning enemies. Unless we have one of our units standing on top of them. I believe they'll also stop after a certain number of them are killed. I don't know for sure. And putting Will here was a mistake. Okay. And still being dodge tank, that's all good. Bringing in Kent to save the day. Only speed. Oh, Kent. Why would you do this to me? At least you know Dorcas gets a 100% chance against these things. Lucius gets to hit twice? Oh, that's even better. Oh, damn, it's hoping for a crit. Oh, still dash. Here's just proving why he's the better of the two knights so far. Alright, Sarah. Weapon triangle. Okay, he's just describing the Lance Reavers and he's just describing Lance Reavers, Sword Reavers, Axe Reavers. He gives us a free one. Let's ditch the old one. Now, even a sword user even Lyn can fight those cavaliers and knights fairly decently. How many more has he got? I can't tell. Yay, Dorcas got a kill. Oh, I thought this was a different chapter. Okay. No. So we're just gonna be stuck without a healer, maybe. Because I forgot to buy a heal staff. It's fine, though. How was your day? That poor boy. Couldn't hit me a single time. Let's see. This chapter shouldn't take too much longer. Oh, that's right, you're just a normal one. I was looking at that one. That's what I figured. And I still killed it. And this dude just made a huge mistake. Yeah, even the AI doesn't fully understand how to use the Reaver weapon sometimes. Magic res. That's all fine and good, I guess. With his axe reaver. I thought he had javelin, I guess he doesn't. I guess this one had a death wish. There's a sword reaver. That sword don't care. The ballista must have been taken. What's going on here? Somebody get that girl! Bro should have thought twice about bringing only a Reaver with him. HP, strength, skill, speed. Yes, Kent. Yes. You will be a Super Saiyan yet. Well, that's disappointing. Okay, Florina. You're just gonna sit there, look pretty, and wait. This Kent's about to just end everything. These reinforcements you promised. Spoiler alert, you're not getting them. Is it over? Yes, I see no more enemy soldiers. However, something is bothering me. What is it? I noticed that during fighting, their opponents, their soldiers who say Lin, recognized some of those we fought, trained with many of them. Yet they attacked us without hesitation. They're black-hearted traitors who joined Lord Lundgren. Good riddance, I say. Also means less resistance at the castle. I hope you're right. Miss Glad knows an Indian for this. If that first shot had hit me, I might not have survived. We're honored to have served you. We won't let you down. I know, I'm relying on you. What's this? You dealt with the ballista too. Nicely done. Matthew, where were you during all this? Went to the village to sniff about for information. Got some interesting news from my trouble too. Let's hear it. First, about Marcus Salen's illness. He really is unwell. He's been in bed for nigh on 3 months. Oh no, grandfather. Heard an interesting rumor about his condition, though. People believe that someone's been poisoning the Marcus. Doing poison? And the someone? Well, everyone's too afraid to mention a name. However, they say that as soon as the Marcus took ill, a certain noble took control of the castle as though it were his own. He fed a hungry innkeeper some coin, and he fed me a name. Marcus was Zalen's own brother, Lord Thunder. How can this be? How can they allow him to get away with this? Villagers know he's the one poisoning my grandfather, and yet no one raises a hand against him. Why? They're afraid, and they lack proof. Whisperings of the common people means nothing. That's the truth. And the Marcus's loyal retainers, who might have lent credence to these rumors, there is no sign. You're saying they've been silenced? It's a fair assumption. It's beyond believing. Worse news is yet to come. What? There's more? An impostor's appeared, claiming to be the Marcus's granddaughter. At least that's the story Lundgren's telling to all who listen. What does that mean? It means that people are waiting for 2 traitorous knights and a base-born child to appear and lay claim to Castle Zalin. But that... it can't be! Traitors? Us? Ridiculous! He says I'm an impostor. Don't you have anything that proves your lineage? When my mother joined the Lorcas, she brought nothing of Licia with her. Milady, Marcus Arafin himself remarked at your resemblance to Lady Madeline. Your face is your proof. Let's say we found a look-alike somewhere. We're seen as betrayers of our knightly vows. Our word means nothing. Our only hope is to see Marcus Zalen himself. I must hurry. If not, my grandfather. I must see him. My last breath if need be. But we must formulate some manner of plan. Even if we set out for the castle, the troops patrolling the area will cause no end of problems. We've been branded as Oathbreakers after all. I've got it, Elliewood. He seems sympathetic to our plight. He should still be in Catholic. If we can talk to him, he might help us. Of course, a sound idea. Let's hurry. Yes, back to Catholic. Lynn and her friends have been branded as traitors, pretenders to the throne. Lundgren has sent word to Salen's neighbors, warning them of Lynn's approach. He calls for reinforcements to put an end to the impostors. If the other realms of Licia choose to act, Lynn will never reach Salen alive. Lynn places her faith in Elliewood and waits. Received word from Salen's neighbors. Laos, Toscana, Catholic, Tania, and Centaurus. They will not interfere in Salen's affairs. This they have promised. But I don't know how to thank you. All I've done is convince them to remain neutral in this dispute. However, this means I cannot aid you in any way either. Will you be alright? I will win. I have to. Only way that I can help my grandfather. I understand. Although I cannot help you directly as a friend, I pray for your success. Thank you. Don't waste the opportunity you give me. Alright everyone, let's get going. This weather is turning foul. Looks like a fog is rolling in. No good. If the fog thickens, we'll be blind and battle. It'll be difficult to fight what we cannot see. You can't let it delay us though. Let us press on. We must get closer to the castle. What's the best route? Let me think. Best path is to the south. However, that runs through General Eagler's estate. Looks like we still have one final obstacle to pass. And we have everyone back. Bring Matthew with you. At all costs, bring him with you. Trust me, you're going to want him. Put me in the lead, please. Surely you know that we thieves, if you must, can see through fog. Follow me, everyone. Yep, this is why. When the fog rolls around, you want Matthew to show you the way. So you've come. Ah! You're Lord Wallace. Canturzes. He used to be the commander of the Knights of Ceylin. Aren't you supposed to be retired? I heard you were sowing fields now. I am, and I was. Then I received orders from Lord Lundgren. I was told to capture an impostor and a pair of rogue knights. Lord Wallace, surely you don't believe us to be oathbreakers, do you? Bring me the girl that claims to be Lady Madeline's child. What are your intentions? If I don't like what I see, I'll take her. We will prevent you. You prevent me. You must be enough. I'm right here, Mundus. I'll understand if you don't believe me, but I've had enough of you and your foolish posturing. Such beautiful eyes. Pardon? I've been a knight for 30 years, and there's one thing I learned. A person with eyes as bright and true as yours is no deceiver. Ah, yes, I like you, girl. Why, I believe I'll even join your little band of mercenaries. Are you serious? This old bull's pledged his loyalty to Ceylin. I would never allow a usurper on the throne. Let's march. Lord Wallace, he hasn't changed at all. I like him. He's honest. That he is. He deserves our respect. Glad I'm living out my days in peace on my farm. Wow. Looks as though it's time to take up arms once more. You're the tactician of this group, correct? What are my orders? And he has an extra special item called a Night Crest. In this game, how promotions work is you need special items. The Night Crest is one of them. There are several different types for the various different classes. Give them to a unit who is level 10 or higher, have them use it, and then they promote. You will be able to use this in the preparation screen before the map starts. Very useful, since if you use it on a map, well, we'll see how it goes. Sorry about that. With the promotion comes both a change in class and a change in stats. Most stats will go up when you promote. A giant walks among you. My defense is impenetrable. Break your weapons against me. And as we can see, even though his health has gone up, only his max health went up. This is why it's usually better to do promotions in the prep screen if you can. As a general, he has the ability to use both lances and axes. A standard knight would only be able to use lances. Put Lucius back here. And this villager is giving us a torch. When fog rolls around, you can use torches and they'll expand the area which your units can see. It's very useful to have. The way this map is designed, it's a better idea to split your units off. And our objective here is once again to seize the gate. So we've got, generally you go down here, just gotta kill him, seize the castle. Simple as that. Reinforcements have appeared. And then the lance broke. That unit there is called a Myrmidon. They have generally high speed, high skill. And a bit of a lower strength stat. They're usually about getting critical hits to kill enemies instead of basic attacks. It's fine. Strength, luck, defense, resistance. Pretty good. Fog's rolling in. Can't hit an enemy we can't see. Keep your eyes open. This is quite right and quite true. This is the true danger of Fog of War chapters. Got a lucky hit in there. Now the Manikati... Oh shit. Okay. That's not good. The Manikati is a special sword. It does more damage to mounted units. So, Cavaliers. Cavaliers, I believe Valkyries, I think Nomads too. Pretty much any unit on a horse will take more damage from the Manikati, as well as armored units, such as Knights and Generals, I believe. Florina go to that force so that she can get a little bit of health back. It looks like just behind Lynn is the only safe spot for her. And it's the last use of my heal staff. Wonderful. This is totally not concerning in the slightest. Yeah, that's the annoying part about reinforcements is they'll pretty much always appear at the end of your turn. How's the game going so far? Hi there, Harry Apple. So far the game's going pretty good. I would like to say this is the hard mode, but it's evidently not. because this is a file where I haven't cleared the game enough times to select the hard mode. But other than that, it's fine. How's your day going? Well enough. Well, that's good to hear. It's not garbage, at least. Remember, as long as it's not garbage, it's less than garbage. Any characters I have a soft spot for? I guess I'd have to ask you to define a soft spot. As far as who I like to use, in this game, I'd say I can't... Not counting the Lords, because the Lords are generally pretty good in this game. Definitely Guy, though he's kind of, spoiler, he's not in the party yet. But I'd say out of everybody who's here, I enjoy Matthew. I enjoy Matthew quite a bit. Urk is a character I vibe with. I vibe with Urk. This boy right here. Needs to be fielded despite their usefulness. Any of those things. Yeah, yeah, like I said, I think most of my favorites are characters... I'm not really sure. Dorcas, yeah. Dorcas, Urk. Normally I go with Sane, between Sane and Kent. I normally go Sane, but for some reason with this run, Kent's been getting all the good levels, so he's the one that's getting the attention this time. Will almost always does good for me. Yeah, it's a lot of characters who I have personal favorites for, and I bench almost everyone else for no other reason than just because I have other characters I prefer. Well, it's not to say I don't like their personalities. I think these characters have a lot of personality. Or even if they don't, it's still at least entertaining. Like how Urk just doesn't want to deal with anybody. Even though he put himself up as an escort. Because that's how... Because I guess despite wanting to... I guess being homeless doesn't pay very well for him. I would make it a point to show off support conversations, but I don't think that would make for a very entertaining stream with the way that you have to do it. I mean, I'm definitely keeping throwing it out there. Yeah, I hope that answered your question, at least somewhat. I know a lot of people like to try and go a few rounds of like Fire Emblem waifus or something like that, where they try to figure out, or they at least try to determine which character would be their waifu. I don't have one really for this game. I guess it's just kind of hard. Because I enjoy so many of these characters. Even the ones that I don't use very much, their introduction is usually good enough for me to get an idea of what they're like, and I still enjoy them all the same. Okay, it looks like the reinforcements have stopped spawning. Oh no, her staff is broken? Yeah, I forgot to buy her another staff in, like, chapter 6 or 7. That must have been... It's 6 or 7, whenever the last vendor was on the map, I forgot to go and buy her another staff, so... She's officially useless until next chapter. And even then, she's not going to be useful until, like, the very end at the most. But it'll be okay. Once we get around to the second act, it'll be okay. How much do you like or I should say, well, that walking 20 useful memory got some good XP. Yes, she did! Yes, she did, indeed. How many Fire Emblem games have you played, Harry Apple? Oh, that's only a mild concern. Six onwards, pretty much. You have to complete the DS remakes and X games. I would recommend... Oh, wait, you finished 6? How much fun was that? I'm only joking. I have 6 on a ROM, of course. Don't tell the cops, though. I can't remember what chapter I'm on. I know I'm at least in the second half. I think my map is that one giant tower or something. In any case, 6 hates me. I don't know what it is. 6's RNG just hates me so much. But I can definitely recommend Ike's games, the Radiant series. I can definitely give those a recommend. They're a lot of fun. Ike is the strongest lord I've ever used. I don't know if that's statistically true, but for me, Ike has always been the strongest. Played it like once, can't remember much, sadly. Okay. But hey, you know what? Maybe not remembering much is better than being traumatized by it. Bosses of the throne. Okay, Lucia's got the level. These days, just play 8 randomized. I've seen that's become popular, doing randomization of sacred stones. I've thought about doing that. No, I've thought about doing that. I beat Sacred Stones once, but I honest to God, I can't remember anything about my playthrough of it. All I know was I did like a bit of grinding, never needed to again, and then I killed the final boss. I honest to God can't remember anything else about my run in 8. And I'm doing I have another run going on for the harder difficulty, for hard mode. Sounds like an 8 playthrough. Yep, that's just about it though. I grinded once and never again. Oh, Eagler made a horrible choice. Okay. I passed beyond this place. I am Lindis, no pretender. Enough talk, draw your sword. I do appreciate that the bosses in this game have a lot of unique quotes depending on which characters you'll use if they have a relationship to them. Marcus knows nothing else. Life is no illness, only poison. Marcus for all of Salem. Again, I know, if you fight Eagler with Kent or Sane, he has a unique dialogue for the both of them, as well as Wallace. Yeah, I beat Path of Radiance a long time ago. I actually did it specifically because I had Radiant Dawn, and this is to only really do that once since someone made a patch to make it randomized based on name inputs, so no annoying patching introduces the option to add skills from later games into that. I kind of am. That sounds like it'd be really interesting to me. I don't know. I mean, it's nice that they put in skills from later games, which half of them are from older games anyway. Yeah, skills actually aren't new. They're not as new as people think to Fire Emblem. They weren't introduced in Path of Radiance at all. They were introduced like way back on the SNES. But I'll go into that later. What kind of man was General Eagler? When Zane and I first became knights, he was our captain, our teacher. I think he must have known we were telling the truth. Why did he force the fight? Something must have. Lord Lundgren was exerting some hold on. Eagler was trying to protect someone. A friend, perhaps, or Van. May Lundgren never know the peaceful embrace of Mother Earth. I care not what others do. I will stop that man. Final battle's approaching. Indeed. How are you feeling today, my dear brother? Lundgren, you fiend. Your granddaughter is dead by now. Soon you will join her. Goodness, why did this happen? I only wanted to see her once. Have you lost all hope? Has your life lost all meaning? Then hurry up and die, miserable old daughter. You and your precious granddaughter are in my way. I curse your name. I despise you. My worthless wretch of a brother. General Eagler has been defeated, Lyn and her band draw ever nearer to Castle St. Lyn. Within the castle walls, Lyn's bitter enemy, Lundgren, awaits, a man who would kill his own kin for a throne. He is the source of all her troubles. He must be stopped. Yeah, I'll jump on my tangent about skills in Fire Emblem. Maybe. Sometime. Yeah, just know that they originate from the Super Nintendo games. And then for some reason, once the GBA rolled around, they got rid of them. Kind of, sort of, not really. It's really dumb. Hey, Lindis, you should be able to see Castle St. Lyn once we pass these mountains. Grandfather, I'll be with you soon. Everything rests on this next battle. Lundgren will not be receiving the reinforcements he expected. He'll move against us with everything he has soon. Let him come. Let them all come. I will not be turned away. I will see my grandfather. Come too far to let anyone stand in my way. This is it, our final test. My friend, for one last time, lend me your strength. Only ones they kept in this is like 3 skills, if memory serves correct. You're pretty much right. We had 1 skill that belongs to a class we haven't seen yet. Another skill that belongs to a class we haven't seen yet. And if I remember right, generals technically have a skill. I believe it's Aegis is what it's called. Basically it makes it to where at random chance they could take practically no damage. an attack. Big issue with this is, as you can see, there is no description of this in the game. At all. There is no descriptions of any of these skills in the game. And there's probably a good reason for this, and that reason is that it is an incredibly low chance of happening to begin with. And I do mean incredibly. Where it is possible to go whole playthroughs and never see these skills trigger once. Yeah. But yeah, FE6, the game before this one, Fire Emblem 6, had 0 skills. No, I don't believe any skills were in that one. 8 brought in more skills. They lifted more skills into 8, but even then they weren't particularly obvious. Like you had to specifically go to the class descriptions to be told them, and even then they didn't tell you how they activated or what they even did. Let's see. So what's your favorite Fire Emblem game? I always appreciate a level up. Skill? Good. Dorcas could use skill. And it's going to rain soon. Lovely. We haven't seen rain on a map yet in this game. Don't think I can answer that. They all have pros and cons that fight for the top. That's respectable. I understand that. For me, it's almost purely nostalgia that would force me to pick one or the other, I think, for me. I mean, for me, this game, FE7, it's the one I think I've had the most fun with. It's the one I enjoy the most. But that could just be pure nostalgia. Especially since, as you said, this game has its own flaws too, and I understand that. The lack of skills makes it a little bit repetitive. And then, of course, there's the issue with how you unlock things. Oh, Matthew. That is one thing I get it kind of, but I don't like that. A lot of the Fire Emblem games lock things behind clearing the game multiple times. But that's just me. I'm just one of those people where I would say, but that's only good because of the modding community. Actually picking apart the base game, we can realize I don't like a lot of this game. Sure, you understand that much. I do. Completely. I do. 8... This is one of those things where 8 has things that I enjoy a lot of. I enjoy some of the individual things that 8 has, but the important things are things that I completely forget about, or otherwise could have done without. And I think that the fan hacks and the mods to 8 are probably the best things that came out of it. but I'm still going to say that I enjoy playing 8 every now and then. If only because some of the classes in that game almost pretty much didn't come back for the most part. I don't believe we ever got Summoner back. I don't think we ever got Rogue back either. And it's just a shame that we don't really see, Actually, no, they did bring back branching classes, that's right. There were some classes that still branch off. Did you ever play Fire Emblem Three Houses? Playing it right now? Awesome. So which house did you pick first? My first was Black Eagles. Just because I don't think we've ever had a lord that uses an axe in an official game, and I decided I would go that route first. Hector would like to talk to you. You know what? You're right. I completely forgot about Hector. Even though he's the source of the memes and the best. Even though he is the walking tank. You don't need a general, you just need a Hector. I completely forgot about him. My point still stands. He's the only one, I think. It doesn't stand that it's close enough, I think. And I know we only got a lord that uses bows by technicality from this game. Yeah, same with, no wait, lance-wielding bows, lance-wielding lord was, Sacred Stones, that's right. Golden Deer. Black Eagles felt like the vanilla house since its first choice in the trailer voiceover said, sorry, Blue Lions just didn't rub off on me. You know what? I can understand that. I've heard a lot of people say that they chose Golden Deer the first time. I know I had a friend who chose Golden Deer first, and it was because he was, he said he thought Claude was the most entertaining one. Which is something I completely understand. Entertaining is... Claude is kind of entertaining. Have you how many routes have you cleared out? I cleared out Black Eagles. I started Blue Lions, but I just didn't finish it. I just couldn't finish it. Time I was on the last route, I was meme running since doing part 1 so many times becomes a chore. You know what? I fully understand that. For me, like I said, I only did the Black Eagles, couldn't finish my Blue Lions route. Thank you, Matt, for a crit I didn't need. Yeah, for me it was just because when I did Blue Lions, so when I did Black Eagles, I didn't get a single person from any other houses. Not on purpose. I was just so inept at understanding how things worked that I couldn't get a single other person from another house. And when I did Blue Lions, I pretty much I had an idea, I had an understanding of how to recruit people. So I recruited literally everybody in the Black Eagle house. And found myself just using them again. And so I kind of did it to myself. I kind of made the game a little boring, a little too easy for me. Because I already knew how everyone worked, I already knew what I liked and what I didn't. And it's one of those things where I've thought about, well, just starting over. But at the same time, it's sort of like you said, you can only do new games so many times before you're eventually doing it just out of a goal instead of fun. Sure, let's give Urk some experience here. Skill as Are there any Fire Emblem YouTubers or online people that you enjoy? I personally like, I think Bizmix is my personal favorite. I don't know why, I think I just like sketch comedy. All behind later. So let's take this. Use it in your battle against them. Energy ring will increase your strength and magic power a bit. I don't know if the energy ring will increase the magic stat. No, it would have to. That's right. Because in this game they aren't split. They're the same stat. Okay. I don't know who I'm gonna give that to. Well, I guess I gotta give it to someone because I'm not gonna get it back. Mecha is the only one I really want. She's got the nice divide of actually being decent at the game while still being entertaining. Yeah, Mecha's pretty good. I haven't seen all of Mecha's videos. I know I think he and Mangs like to do challenge runs a lot of different Fire Emblem games. Or at the very least discuss the difficulties of them. I'd recommend checking out Bizmix. He's pretty entertaining. For me, anyway, he's pretty entertaining. And, he does sketches that are largely about his personal experiences playing the Fire Emblem games. So if you're someone who's played them or beaten them, you kind of have a better understanding of it. That's not to say he doesn't point out some things that everyone knows. Like, I know in a Sacred Stones video he does a joke. Oh, actually did a collab with Mech and Shadows of Valentia, I think it was. I think it would have been on Mecha's channel. I haven't seen that, but I think I saw the thumbnail for it, that he and Mecha did a collab. I do know that apparently, I guess Mecha uses Marcus in FE6, and I don't know why, but apparently he does, or he must feel really passionate about it, because I know Bismix made a joke about it. Where he talked about benching Marcus, and then suddenly Mecha calls him. What did you think of Shadows of Valentia? It's on my complete list. Keep forgetting it exists, to be honest. Oh, you shouldn't do that. It's great. Here you go, Len. Have some free strength. You know, Shadows of Valentia is great. I would greatly recommend that you try it out and play it. It's a remake of Fire Emblem Gaiden on the Famicom. Also need to get a new 3DS, old one is starting to die. I actually have my old one still, and it works perfectly fine. I think the only issue I have is there's very specific games that I try to play, and for some reason it just doesn't like them. That's pretty much it, though. Yeah, no, I'd really recommend Shadows of Valentia. They've voiced they've voiced every line of dialogue that's in the game in English, and I think there's a Japanese option if you prefer that. Yeah, and it makes everything really good. They did add support conversations, which was good, and immediately made it a better remake than Shadow Dragon. Are there any other series that you enjoy? Please, don't mind that sound. Playing the game is fine, just the top display's color is starting to go wacky, which really pulls you out of the game. Yeah, I imagine watching Epilepsy Mario on screen would be a bit concerning. HP and Bez. Not like he particularly needs them, but sure, why not? Okay, Matthew, I think you're gonna be our winner. I was gonna keep it fantasy related. Was super into the Warcraft series for a while before the game died. To me, at least. Is WoW dead? I think. I mean, they keep making expansions to it. I know that their most recent one, they were drawing in off of an older expansion. I think after a certain point, WoW just becomes an Ouroboros. It seems to be making expansions that are sequels to other expansions that are too old for anyone to remember the expansions. Nah, I don't think we need Armor Slayer. Darkins already has a hammer. Okay, this is probably worth this thing. Retconned lore so many times that nothing matters. I remember playing WoW for like 3 minutes, and I immediately just didn't care. That was just my personal experience. I started off, I thought it was kind of cool, but I leveled up so quickly. It was like too fast. To the point where I was worried about that the game was just going to be handing me everything. That's not to say getting your hand held in games is bad. It's perfectly fine, especially if it's aimed at a younger audience, or if you're trying to lower the barrier of entry on an old series like Fire Emblem. But it was just, I thought it was kind of, my biggest source of concern was going from level 1 to level 10 in under an hour. I mean, I've played MMOs. I've played a bunch of different MMOs. And I don't think any of them leveled me up that fast. Okay, I did use it. Lundgren has a silver lance and a javelin. Oof and ouch. Okay, now we reach the point in the game where everybody dies. Okay, let's see, javelin is 8 less, so that puts the attack 18. What's Eric's defense? 2! Lovely! Speed 9, speed 5, okay. So he's guaranteed to not get hit twice at least. And yeah, you're not gonna do anything. Alright. So with that I had to check at something. Alright. My realm, you ventured without my permission. You will not leave these lands alive. Go, go! Not what it used to be, I'll tell you that much. There's a whole play the older game thing that screwed that up with $40 so pre-order chest, which bleeds into what people dislike with their game. Are you talking about WoW Classic? I've heard of that. I've heard about it. I haven't actually touched it. I just am aware of its existence. And I'm aware that people tolerate it, but I don't know anything else about it. I think some people really enjoy it. Probably, especially because I don't know. I'm of the opinion that a game that's lasted this long has to have good merits. It does. It's just not something that I personally enjoy. I just want to say that to keep this from being a big hate thing, because I'm sure that there are lots and lots of people who enjoy WoW, and I don't want to give them the impression that I'm trying to say WoW players suck ass. No. They're all great and fine, wonderful people. Lynn, why? Why would you do this to me? You had the Lance Reaver. It's just like they say, 1% is not 0%, 99% is not 100%. Alright. Well, it's actually about that time. I actually gotta go leave and do something anyway. Yeah, I'll be back probably tomorrow. It'll probably be around this time again, like 4:35, whatever. And we'll see if we can actually clear that chapter, because, my god, I swear this game is easy, guys. Thank you, Harry Apple. Yep, yeah, like I said, I'll see you guys all another time. Bye!